Be a good thing having this as a cobbled area and we have
Yeah.
to dig all of this off,
Yeah.
or whether we should just leave it be and pretend it's
And
not
pretend
there.
it's not there.
Good afternoon from an extremely sunny blue sky County Leitrim. There's Dawn behind me, busy sorting piles of wood. So what have we been up to so far today? We've done a little bit of chipping. Look how green everything is. But we've done a little bit of chipping already to get rid of some of the old plum tree. We have a fungery, as you know. This is the loggery. It's temporary. It gives us a place to put all of the logs which will become firewood without the need to chop them now and get them up to buy the house before they go into the wood store. So we've got rid of a couple of piles. There's the loggery. They're not huge logs. They're bigger logs, which is why they're still there. This area had a small pile of logs, if you remember from the last video on Wednesday. The willow here, that's there until we decide if we need it or not. It could then be chipped. We could actually put another dead hedge along there because we're actually quite liking that. And the fungery is looking really good. It's a place where we're putting rotten wood which is starting to rot, or we think it's going to rot down. So that is looking really good, and it gives us a place to put the rotting wood, which is no good for anything. We've still got all of the scarlet elf cups. These are all new ones, and in there as well. I was a little bit concerned that by moving the wood and the bits and pieces they're just going to die off and not come back. This area on a whole is undisturbed, but even down to in the fungery, sorry I couldn't think of the word, they are coming back, so that's really good news. So the fungery is looking great. the apple tree is looking amazing. The opening shot showed some of the moss, and then in contrast you've got these really beautiful green leaves appearing all over it. That's the second apple tree. First apple tree is trying. It's either going to leaf a little bit later or it is quite stunted, but again it was covered over for a long time. These we still think are plum, but they're a little bit later than the ones which have all of the blossom on. But everything is looking so much tidier, in readiness for getting the mower down so we can take control of. But it's the stinging nettles and the brambles really. It'll be a shame to mow the marsh marigolds, but every other step is stinging nettles in between them, so there's Dawn.
Hello.
What have you been up to?
Well, I've had the exciting job of sorting through the piles of combined ivy and apple. So I'm just making a pile of ivy, which strangely is a lot bigger
Then the pile of
than the
apple.
little pile of apples there. So to separate it to go on our compost pile.
Hidden.
We don't speak of it.
No, it's just there.
And then we got a pile of plum logs. Some are rotten, some are decent, so they'll be for firewood, won't they? And
Some for the loggery.
some for the fungery, some maybe for chipping. Most of them seem too big to be chipped, but that's what I've been doing. Separating ivy.
And then looking, it looks like these are the last piles. Sorry, camera's wonky. The last piles to move. There was the first pile, Dawn said. That was ivy and apple from the third apple tree, which is behind me. I'm fighting with it.
That's so warm.
So warm.
Really warm.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, that's apple and ivy which came off, if the sun doesn't blind you too much, came off our palm tree apple tree. The ivy's dying in that really nicely, so we're hoping it will last another season or another year, so we can then lop it off at the right time to be pruning. But that's budding as well, actually. That's got buds on. There we go. A little bit slower than the second apple tree, but this tree did have apples on it last year.
Loads. Yeah.
We just couldn't get to them.
No, they were all the way up.
Right up to the
there.
top.
Yeah, show up the top, because that's a long
Right,
way.
right up the top. Up we go. And we're right up there. So the plan is, so we can try and preserve the bottom of the tree, we lop this off in the future. And like I say, hopefully it will last right through to late autumn, winter, so we can lop it off. The blackthorn is absolutely incredible.
Oh, lovely, isn't it?
So many buds, and then the blossoms are starting to open. But that is just full of buds. So it's another day. How can we go from such blue skies and what felt like a summer's day yesterday to grey, drizzling weather? Now we may get people say you shouldn't mow when it's raining. I think if you didn't mow in Ireland because you were waiting for it not to be raining, I think everywhere would be like a jungle. It's not grass we're mowing, it's marsh marigolds. Denis did say he thinks there's something else, so we will have to have a look just to see what they are. But like he said, they're yellow flowers anyway, so what does it matter? So yeah, it's not actually grass we're mowing, so we won't be doing any damage to grass roots and things by mowing when it's damp. We're due rain for the next 10 days. The weather app does change daily, but if we don't mow really soon, everything will start to get out of hand, and then we'll miss the window and we need the strimmer down and everything else. So we're just taking advantage of this little bit of a break in the rain, but it is looking really good. So we're going to get some mowing done, and then depending on the weather later, we're going to pop back up there and have a little bit of an investigate of whether we do have a stone courtyard next to that 200-year-old path. We're really hoping there is, but then on the flip side of that, we're really hoping there isn't, because there's a lot of soil on top of it. But that's the plan for today. We will see what the weather does. It's not nice digging in the pouring rain, and it's not something that necessarily needs to be done today. So we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, it's mowing time.
Doesn't look like it now, but the heavens opened. Luckily, just as we finished mowing down here, so I thought it's now eased off a little bit. We've had a visitor for a few hours, which was lovely, so we've been indoors in the dry whilst it was raining, but I thought you'd bring you down to have a look at the result of the mowing. And it looks really, really nice. Obviously it's not grass, but from a distance, and I think it was Carol said, if you squint when you look at the screen, it looks like grass anyway. So this is, it's just started raining again now, but it looks so much nicer. Right, give you context of where we are. There's the big apple tree. Yeah, here it comes. But it's come out really, really nice. Spinning you around. And we cleared all the piles yesterday, so that's made a big difference to how it looks.
It looks so tidy.
And it just looks really nice and tidy, doesn't it? Like you just said. And also, I've mowed most of them away. But this down here, we always thought it was marsh marigolds, because that's what my app told me. Well, it lied. Because Denis, one of the commenters, said they look like creeping buttercup and Celandine. Celandine? Celandine.
Yeah.
Which is another, it is of the buttercup family. So I brought the app back down, and before I mowed most of them away, had a look, and he is absolutely spot on. So well done, Denis. We now know what they are.
We do.
So that's it really. We mowed. Ben picked up bits and pieces and just generally tidied. Camera's at a weird angle at the moment. Let's do a... There we go. We've still got that giant log there. It looks quite tiny from here, but it's massive, and we don't really know where to put it, so we need the chainsaw out to cut that up, really.
It weighs a ton, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really heavy. But it just looks really neat and tidy, and like quite a posh park.
It does.
Doesn't it? So that's what we did today, and I think, was it earlier on you said that we may do some digging up the top, but we had the visitor, and then it has just rained and rained. We haven't done any digging, unfortunately, but we're going to go back up the top now. You're going to walk up there with us, and we'll get the iron bar out. Well, it's actually a bit of rebar, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is what we use for our stone finding. Lots of people have metal detectors and high-tech equipment to find things like this. We've got a piece of rebar.
Yeah, it's great.
That we borrowed off of the farmer next door.
But it works.
But it does work. Yeah, it really works.
And we don't need batteries.
No. So we're going to go up. Ben's going to poke this rebar in the
raised area.
In the raised area. And see what we find, because of people saying it may be a courtyard, or those stones that we found by the side of the outbuilding may be completely under that area. So we're going to have a poke around in there, and then fingers crossed tomorrow we'll do a little section of digging and see what we can find under there. If we do find anything under there, we're not quite sure what we're going to do with all the soil that we're probably going to need to dig, but
no.
Here we go. Onto the squelch.
So,
just
if we start up that end,
because that's where we know stones are, yeah. Oh, and then we got a bucket of willow bits there.
Yeah, I said to somebody we got a bucket of willow. Quite literally is.
Here we go.
Right, so they're the ones dawn and covered. And I had a dig down. No, not a dig down. So
we got
still the edge of that one.
So there's definitely stone there.
Now the nice thing with the bar is when you hit a placed stone or rock, you actually feel it under your foot vibrating. When you hit the bedrock, you can stand on the bedrock and hit it as hard as you like and you feel no vibration. So it's also nice to know whether it's a placed stone or rock.
Yeah. But that there, if I go to the side,
Yeah, that's
is the side
of this stone.
of that extending in. So we know,
I think.
or is that another one?
Might be another one. But let's go with that one.
Yep. A bit further in. More stone. Not sure, gravel or stone?
It's stopped.
Yeah. We're not sure if we're hoping there's anything under here,
Yeah,
or we're hoping that
leave
there isn't anything under
whether it's going
there.
to be a good thing having this as a cobbled area and we have
Yeah.
to dig all of this off,
Yeah.
or whether we should just leave it be and pretend it's
And
not
pretend
there.
it's not there. I'm not sure we can pretend it's not there if we know,
No,
if we find anything.
especially if it's 200 years old. Right, so
That goes down into the, yeah, that
that's possibly ground
just keeps going.
or rock. Not the stone. Just there you go.
Stone or soil?
Stone.
Stone.
It's hard. Long way down there.
Yeah, that is, isn't it? That one. But
There's definitely
when you look at this pathway, you can see they're not big stones, so there are going to be gaps in between them anyway.
something there
Stone there.
and there and there.
Stone there.
And there.
And there. So what's the verdict?
Tomorrow I think we're going to be
We're gonna
digging
be digging.
holes.
Yeah, we thought if we did find anything, we thought what we'd do is we'll slice off a little wider here, because we were going to go a slight bit wider because of the feeling of that stone going a bit further
where
in.
this isn't fully exposed.
But then if we hit over this area, a patch that feels definitely like there's stones
There's-
below,
yeah.
then we'll try and dig out a square
But yeah,
and see what's down there.
we could end up needing to remove all of this. But if it was to expose this, it's going to be worth every shovelful.
Yeah,
It really is.
yeah, because exposing that means we don't have to deal with this.
We won't have a drainage.
No, because it will just run.
Because as you may have noticed, it
yeah.
rains from time to time.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm just doing
Still
this last
digging.
hole. Yeah,
Stone again.
yeah.
So anyway, that's us probably digging tomorrow.
I think so. Possibly in the rain.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
forecast for a few days now, isn't it?
Things we do for content on YouTube.
It'll be nice though.
It would be
If it
amazing,
is,
wouldn't it?
It would be really nice.
We got excited over a path
Yeah, we did.
2 foot wide.
Yeah,
Can you imagine what this would be like if it's all the same?
yeah. So
So that's us.
probably-
We've had a
That's probably what we're going to be doing.
yeah. a lovely couple of days. The weather's been, apart from today, really
Yeah,
nice.
yesterday, absolutely stunning.
It was
yesterday.
like summer, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was really nice.
And then it was cooler this morning, but dry. It wasn't raining.
No.
And we got all of that done down there. And now we've just discovered we may be digging
Tomorrow.
forever.
Yeah. For the weekend.
Yeah.
And the following weekend.
Yeah.
And the whole of the week, probably. Yeah, because it took us 2 days nearly to do that. So.
Yeah, it did.
Was it? Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for subscribing. All of you new subscribers.
Yeah.
We've got more and more
Yeah,
and more.
loads.
Yeah.
Loads. We're really pleased.
Please like and please comment. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you
Have
very
a
much. Have
lovely
a lovely
weekend.
Friday
Yeah.
and weekend.
Yeah, and we will see you Monday.
Monday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.